All right. It's almost, well, it's probably pretty close to 7, if not after. So I'm going to get myself situated here and see if we can't start the meeting. I usually start this thing um, a half an hour early. I go online for the pre-meeting so that people can come in early and we can do all the technical stuff to make sure you're all good to go. So, but as we go, we'll just sort of see how things go. So you can kind of see that I'm working on a couple of different computers here. So, that's kind of the deal. You can see over there up on the three cameras. The one on the left here is my camera, and well, actually they're all three of my cameras, but I got three machines going on here, so you get different angles of my we'll call it a man cave, but it's actually kind of a tech center. It's my garage. It's got all my gear. Let's see who we got. We got somebody new. Who we have on the list? We have Aida. No, yeah, Aida's back. So very cool. And so now we have Aida and Charline, and welcome to you both. All right then. You are all of you guys have microphone and camera capability if you want to use it. There is room for 3 more cameras. After that, you'll just have to go for it. All right, who do we have? We have, let's see, nope, people are trying. Hey, Charlene. I'm doing well. Thanks for joining us. Very cool. Well, I don't want to keep you guys any longer than we have to. I don't know if you guys are getting echo or not, but I keep getting. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that it kind of freaks me out. So you'll just have to bear with me because it's pretty prominent on my side. So hopefully it's not going to get in the way of you guys. Okay then. I guess we'll start this whole thing. Let's see. I wish I could hear myself, but that's how it goes. Let's see. This. Let me try something. We still get it, but it's not as bad. All right. I'm gonna go that way. Maybe it's something to do with this computer. This never happens in my testing, so I don't know what's different online during the meetings. But anyway, like I said, I usually try to get through these meetings in an hour or less. So we'll go through and you can kind of see what we've got. I've got a screen share going, and we're going to follow the agenda along. Usually, what I do is I go through the agenda. We usually have our call to order at 7 o'clock. Then we have whatever announcements and background that we've got to talk about. And then usually by 7:15, oh, somebody's typing. Yeah, you guys, I can't really see the chat. So let's see. That was hello Shane from Aida. And then, who else said hello? Hello, everyone from... Oh, again, it was from Aida. And then Charlene said hi, everyone. Okay, so if you guys want to, you can chat. But I can't see it when I'm doing the screen share. So anyway, but this is pretty cool. Already, it's a pretty good success. So I'm glad to see you guys, showing up. So... Okay, so like I said, announcements, backgrounds, then we go programming. Oh, somebody's got the open mic. You've got ambience in the background, your TV and kids and all that stuff. So might want to either get an external microphone or close the door or something. Okay, but anyway, we'll proceed. Okay, programming is what we talk about next, usually from 7:15 until about 7:30. Then we talk about engineering, and as you can see, we go through faulty gear and new gear that we're going to get, or studio equipment, that kind of stuff. LTFM news, internet, radio, and other technology. Then we move on into promotions, and we talk about on-air promotions, which are promotions that we generate. Scheduling, which is the print promotion, and then we talk about emerging technology, which might be apps for smartphones and things like that. If we notice any of those, that might help promote the radio station. Okay, and then we talk about new business, and that's an opportunity for you guys to add stuff to the meeting. And then, of course, we adjourn at 8 o'clock. So that's kind of how the meeting works. And like I said before, I usually start the online broadcast a half an hour early so that we can go through and dial in all the technical stuff. So if you are unsure of how to do online stuff, you want to, contact me a little bit earlier so that we can get this thing all going. And so as it is, we'll just sort of deal with it. And like I said, there's somebody who's got ambience going. I can hear your room. So you want to either disengage your microphone or not. I don't know. So let's see. So far, new people. Hey, we've got Aida, we've got Charline, and we've got Lee Ernest. Oh, hey, Mr. Williams. Good to see you. So that's 3 new people. Hey, we're doing pretty good. Okay, so I'm also attempting to record this meeting. I've got 2 computers going with the screen capture recording, so hopefully that double redundancy will pay off, and I'll get something that I can post. We also, because see, any meeting doesn't record our meetings anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record them, and I'm going to edit them down, and then I'm going to post them on the YouTube site. And we'll go through and talk about that. Oh, very cool. Well, that's it. We're all about helping you guys be informed. So all right then. Okay, so hey, I'm going to bypass the call to order because we've already done that. Let me see. Announcements. Who do I have? Don't think I have any announcements. Does anybody have any announcements they'd like to share with us? Okay, sounds like a plan. Very cool. All right. Programming. Open shifts. We have some open shifts, as we'll talk about. We've got shift changes and new shows. And then Studio 1 use is the production studio. So we'll go through and talk about that. And then the radio class is the last topic that we'll talk about. So let's go down, and I'll scroll down to the schedule, and we can talk about the uses. Most of the stuff we're looking at right now is early morning time. So what we're going to do right here is where we're starting in from 8 o'clock in the morning on. And you can kind of see that there's lots of good activity that we've got throughout the early day part. Blue means solid, consistent programming. The lighter blue is kind of where we get some folks that are here and then they take a break or whatever, or they're inconsistent, but still cool. And then we have folks that are brand new shows, and those will be light yellow. And then as they get older, they get darker yellow. And then after that, when they get consistent, they turn back into blue. So that gives you your legend for reading this chart. And as you can see, we've got good solid activity throughout the week. But recently we've had 2 show cancellations. Um, One of them is Tamara Dye's program, which is at Mondays from 7, Mondays from 8 until 9. So we definitely thank Tamara for a good year plus of radio service, and she did the Toe Tapping Country program, by the way, and it was a weekly program of country music, and so I've yet to talk to her and find out what the story is, but hopefully we'll get her back and have her produce more stuff later on. She's pretty busy, so she may have moved on and got some projects going. So that's how things go. Okay, let's see. There's a new program which I don't know if I've added or not. Let me take a look and see if I've done that. It's Manuela Oca's program. She's a new producer. She took the radio class a few months ago, and she's doing a show on Sunday morning called The Message, and there it is from 9 until 10. So that's a brand new show. I didn't get a chance to put all the coloring in, but she's brand new. So welcome, and it's going to prove to be an interesting program. So, and Aida, who's also in attendance, is going to be producing a show called Around the World, and she was in the same class with Ella. So those folks are definitely going to be coming online. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see, what else have we got here? Let's see. No, Elegant Fashion is not new. It should be consistent. She should be in blue, but that's kind of the deal there. Let's see. I think that's pretty much the deal. Most of these programs, like I said, I've got to update them, but they're consistent. They're not intermittent or anything like that. So, okay. Also, and just so you guys know, the spots that are in white, those are the ones that are empty and available for production. So any new people that are in the class or that haven't actually chosen a spot yet, you're welcome to avail yourself of any of these open spots that are right here. Sorry, I got to give you the legend on the left-hand side so you can see what the day part we're talking about. But you can kind of see here. Oh yeah. Yeah, and you can kind of see that there's good spot throughout the whole week. You know, I got your email about that. Thanks for reminding me. I had planned to give you that that hour slot. As you can here, let me see if I can move my cursor there. Right underneath tipping point, because you guys run from 12 until 1, and I can give you the 1 to 2 spot if you'd like it. Okay, well you got it, and I've already got it graphed in. I just haven't updated the grid here yet. Hey, no problem. I'm glad to see you guys expanding too. Okay, and all right, I'm gonna move down here, and if anybody else has any comments about open shifts or shows that shift changes that they'd like to make, this would be the time. Gotta move on down, and you can kind of see these are the totals that are for our daily totals. And what we're trying to do, folks, is we're trying to get 8 hours a day at least of first-run local programming. And what we're doing is we're in training, so to speak, for the day when we get our LPFM station. Because one of the pledges is that we're going to make to the FCC is that we provide 8 hours a day of local programming. And so, as you can see, we're above that, and so we've got some changes that I have to update, but we're in good shape. So as long as we keep the level of production that we're in, we're going to be able to go up to that claim. see, where are we? Open shifts, shift changes. Okay. Now here's the studio grid for studio number 1. And this is the production studio. And you can see that, wow, good grief, we got somebody else. Let's see, somebody else showed up, and I got an extra echo coming in. What is going on? Switch to telephone. Baloney. Yeah, if you guys see that switch to telephone message, just close it, because they're just telling us that they have technical issues, and they want us to... Good grief, we got more people, too. Hey, right on. Who's next? Nope, we're still at the 3 new people. Aida, Charline, and Lee are honored guests at this point. So, all right. Well, yeah. Well, I am very honored that you attended my meeting. So, you're number 1 in my book already. Okay, so here we are. This is Studio 1's grid, and you can see that we have. So what do we do? We have some open spots, but not many. That's my narrator. Sorry about this, people. I got way too many technical things going on here. Let me get rid of my narrator, because I don't need other voices besides the ones that are already freaking me out. So, that's what I'm looking for. All right, thanks for bearing with me, folks. We're back on track. Okay, so we have an open production spot from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday. Also, select this and get down a little bit. And we do have Mondays from 6 until 9 is available. Wednesdays from 6 until 9 is available. And also the time just before it, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Wednesday. We do have production time kind of semi-available on Friday after 6. And if you folks want to make use of that production time, I will stay late and keep production open for you. Normally I work from noon until 6, but my schedule is flexible depending on how much production we have. So you guys are making the extra effort, so I'll meet you halfway and stay late to help accommodate you. Okay, and as you can see, Lee, we've given you that spot from 3 to 6 on Saturday, and hopefully that's working out for you. And then we've actually got double booking that happens on Saturday from 12 to 3, and so now we're alternating the studios between John and Leon. So that's we're clearing that up too. Okay, let's see. And something else I'll tell you in this section. Those of you familiar with Access, and especially the TV folks, know that when you make reservations, you do it through Facile, the database program that we have. And just last week, I put the radio area in Facile too. So now the folks on Saturdays will be able to know what the reservations are and help avoid this double booking thing. And I'm looking to try to incorporate Facile into my daily routine, but it's pretty tough for me. So I'm not necessarily going to use it for reservations. I'll still take the reservations the way I normally do, but I'll notate them in conflicts, and the Saturday staff will know what we know. So So anyway, so Facile is hopefully going to be a real major part of what we do in the future. One thing's for sure, it helps me keep track of membership, and congratulations to everybody who has updated their membership, and also for the folks that responded back to my emails. I didn't mean it to be a really, kind of sour email, but I didn't take this job to be a bill collector, so I just pretty much wanted to give you a short and sweet email just to remind you. So, and of course, I apologize to anybody who I sent out emails to that already has their membership taken care of. And so I was working off of an older list, and so so that's my deal, because it's pretty tough for me to get into Facile and work with it. So I usually make lists and then check my work, and I didn't have time this time to check the work. And also, most of you folks, the memberships come due either in July or August. So in a way, it kind of freaked me out that almost everybody needed to redo their membership. Either they had already expired or they were going to come due at the end of the month. So that's what the email says. So anyway, thanks everybody for participating and quick responses too. I really appreciate that. And it's kind of a badge of courage for us, because if we get all our membership stuff taken care of, we'll have a better track record than the other folks, other departments, let's say. So congratulations, everybody. You always do really well on that, so I appreciate it. Okay, so are there any comments about shifts or any of that kind of stuff? I'm going to talk about radio class. We are welcoming 2 new people in the radio class. They're both from Africa, believe it or not. Well, yeah, actually they are, the continent of Africa. One gentleman is named Nana Jamal, and he's from Ghana, West Africa, and he's going to be making a reggae program, and he's very interested. Both these folks are. And then there's Christy, and she is from where is it? Nigeria. Yeah. So and she's going to produce, I guess, kind of a world music program or a talk program. So these folks are halfway through the class. They're going to be practicing recording and making programs, and so they should be having new shows by the end of the month. So that'll be very cool. So welcome to both Cindy and Nana Jamal. So they're very, very cool folks, and I'm pleased to have met them. All right. So now we move into engineering. Any comments so far? Okay, too cool. We're speeding along here because we like to end meetings on schedule or early. Okay, engineering, studio equipment. At this point, we have a $23,000 proposal into the powers that be. Who was Ron, but is now Gary, and that. Something else too I should have put in my announcements. Last month we had a really cool online meeting, and we recorded it and posted it up on YouTube. If you missed it, 14 people looked at it, so actually 15, so I'm pretty excited about that. But that's where we introduced the new executive director, and that's Gary Martin, and so we're pretty excited to have him. It's already been pretty refreshing. It's a new deal, so to speak, and we've all been getting along pretty nice, and I'm pretty excited and encouraged to have Gary at the helm. So anyway, one of the things I was talking about is that we have a proposal for new gear. We're going to update Studio number 2. We're going to put a board that's like the one in Studio 1, put that in Studio 2. and then we'll keep the board that is in Studio 2, and we'll use that as a backup. And because that's the thing about me, I don't ever throw anything away, and if I do, there's nothing left of it to use. So I can. So anyway, yeah, we don't get rid of our gear. We just keep it around in case we need it. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade both studios. Actually, we're going to put some new hardware in Studio number 1 so that you'll be able to look at the monitor easier and the computers. We're going to upgrade the transmission rack in Studio number 2 and clean up that whole signal chain. We haven't actually done any real work in that rack for nearly 30 years. So, so there's stuff that needs to be cleaned up. And usually what we do is we just add gear and sort of patch into it, But what we want to do is we want to pull all the old wiring out and then put the computers that are underneath the rack, the countertop in Studio 2, we're going to put them in the rack. And what I want to do is I want to take that big rack that's in Studio number 1, move it over to Studio number 2, and swap the one that's in there over to 1. Because what they actually messed up when they created the studios, and they reversed them. And so we finally have a chance to actually put that right and move the racks where they're supposed to go. Because if you notice, the rack in Studio 2 is real small and is overfilled. The rack in Studio 1 is really big and empty. So we're going to fix that. All right, so there's lots of new stuff. So I'm hoping to get this work done before, October, November. And we'll give you all heads up because it will impact the use of the studios. We'll probably have to shut the main production studio down while we install the board. But it's not going to be for more than a couple of days. And hopefully what we're going to try to do is get this work done on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday so that it won't impact the live people. But that's still a ways off. I've got to do a little bit more work. We've got to update our quotes for the proposal, and I've got to get a couple more bids from other broadcast supply vendors. But other than that, though, we're moving forward on the purchase of new gear for the radio area. And this also, too, if there's anything that you guys would like us to buy or anything that we can improve, now's the time to talk about it. All right, very cool. So we don't have any, we have one piece of new gear. It's a little remote broadcast board. It's an Arrakis, what is it? It's it's a DC-8, I think, is the name of the. Oh no, AR-8. That's what it is. But anyway, it's an 8-channel board. It's a little remote board that we're going to use to either make a ad hoc portable production studio if we in access, or we're going to use it when we go out in the field. So I'll once we start putting that in service, I'll make a video for training so you guys can know how to use that. It's really easy, and the cool thing about it is it supports hooking a computer directly to the board so that you can play material from the computer and patch it into the board. So we haven't really combined that board with any gear yet, so it's pretty much a standalone. But what we're hoping to do is provide it, make it into a little studio package kind of thing so that we can check it out and you guys can use it. Also, there are portable recording equipment units that we have. They're the Zoom H2, and we have 2 of those. You're welcome to check those out and use them to record material in the field and then bring it back to Access and play it in your show. So I'm available to help you with that. I'll give you a demo and check it out to you if you'd like. Alright, let's see, faulty gear. I don't know about any particular faulty gear. Nobody's brought any to my attention, and I haven't noticed anything yet. So if you do, feel free just to let me know, and we'll try to fix it. Alrighty, low power FM update. You all probably know by now that the official filing window for low power FM stations is going to be October 15th. It will last from the 15th until the 29th. So basically, everybody who's going to apply for an LPFM station has to get their ducks in a row and be ready to submit their application on that date. So we will be there, and we'll have our act together for sure. We're working on the application now, and we've already identified some transmitter antenna sites, and we're looking to secure those. And so that's, I'm not going to go into real detail for obvious reasons, but I do want to let you know that we are on schedule, and we do not plan on losing. So by this time next year, you all should be able to be heard in the downtown area. And once we secure our transmitter location, I'll show you the coverage area so that you can get an idea. But safe to say that it'll cover the central city for sure. So yeah, and oh well, I'm happy to do that, and it's actually anything that we can do to give you folks additional opportunities or make use of any new technology. We're going to do it, and I've been on this case for at least 10 years now, so I'm raring to get something going. All right, so let's see. We're good. So, and like I say, you'll get the news when we can release it. We might have competition, but that's okay. They might be competitors, they might be friends. We don't know yet. We won't really know for sure until the 29th of October, because at that time the public, all of the applications that have been submitted will be public at that point. So we'll know who our competition is, and then we can start talking to them to find out if we can be partners or if we must compete. So that'll be the next kind of the next hurdle after we submit our application. So that's the deal. So internet radio is pretty stable at this point. Moving on to item 3F, no 3E. And it's internet radio. We are on Live 365. If you don't know that already, we stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And our bit stream is MP3 format at 64 kilobytes per second. And that's not as good as some you might hear. Most common bit rates are 96 kilobytes per second or 128. But believe it or not, folks, 64 is sounding pretty good. And we've already made improvement because we used to be at 32, so we've upgraded that. It really kind of begs the question whether we even need to go higher, because we sound really good and the bit rate is really low. So that means anybody, even on smartphones and things like that, dial-up connections can even still get us without any trouble. So that's, in a way, it may sound like we're cheaping out, but it actually means what we're really doing is maximizing the technology so that everybody can hear your shows. So that's the deal. And technology, let's see, this is where I was going to talk about the seal, but I think we're pretty well good at this point. So yeah. All right, I think at this point, anything technology related, I'll pause and let people weigh in if they like. All right, we're going to move on to item number 5, and this is promotions. Actually, actually should be a real major part of what any organization does. We used to do a lot of it in radio, but then we had budget cutbacks, and I got cut back in hours, and so there went all of our remote capabilities. So we're trying to get that back, and of course with the new technology that we have, it's a lot easier. And something else I will sort of clue you guys in on is that we actually have the capability for you folks to initiate your own remotes. You won't get access to the radio station until I flip the switch, but if you would like to broadcast from locations, all you need is a computer with Skype on it. And then you can check out our remote recorder, use it as a recorder / microphone, and that's all you need to have. So if you would like to broadcast like poetry readings or a speech or a rally or something like that, then we'll help you do that. And we might even try to identify units that we can buy that are self-contained, so that they, like for example, like a smartphone or something like that, that will run Skype, or a netbook or something like that. Because what we're hoping to do is make this really easy and portable, so that not only can we do recorded programs, but we want to be able to do live on the spot type things. And while television can broadcast live TV, it took them a long time to get there, but now they're doing it. We'll be able to one-up them one more time, like we seem to always do, because and it's not a competition too. I don't mean to appear that way. There's just a lot of technology and a lot of innovations that we've done, and you didn't hear about it much. So anyway, what I'm hoping to do here is sort of usher in a new era, let's say, where you folks can initiate your own remotes, and it becomes a lot more like, kind of what do they call it? A Google Hangout sort of deal, where you just log in and check this out. Wouldn't it be pretty cool if we had 2 hours of a live rally, and then somebody else was at another location, and they took the time after the person was finished, and we just went all over town. We had live broadcasts from everywhere. So, well, it'd be really cool. And I'll say one thing. Yes. Well, this would be open to anyone. And for example, your folks, your shows, you tape your shows, but they run at noon. So say, for example, if there was a rally at the Capitol, in your time slot, rather than you producing a taped show for that week, you could do your live show, and I would initiate the remote for you. Well, that's one of the reasons why we helped you choose the time that you did, is because you have the flexibility of taping, but if you ever want to go live or do anything live, you're good to go, because that's our hours of broadcast. So we're open for that. So yeah, great idea, Charline, and I'd be excited to help you do that. Oh, absolutely. And I remember a while back there was a rally that you had recorded. It was a violence against women rally, I think, or something. Yeah, but that was one thing I was thinking too, is that rather than you recording it and then playing it back later, you could share it with your audience right then, and then you could use the material you record for a follow-up broadcast. So anyway, lots of cool stuff, and I just get so jazzed every time I really start thinking about this stuff. So and I hear that enthusiasm reflected in your voice too. So I'm excited. Well, on-air promotions is the section that we're looking at now, and these are 30-second promos that you folks produce, and I can help you with that. But the basic rules are 30 seconds of music, and then you can do a 26-second or 28-second voiceover. And you don't necessarily have to have music, but it kind of helps move the offering along. So, and in your read, your voiceover, all you need to say is the who, what, where, when, and why. That's about all you have time for in 30 seconds anyway. But especially Charlene, your promo is an excellent one, and it has Joanne in there too, and but that's okay. I fixed it, if you don't mind. I usually edit those things down. I don't think I mean, if the content, I don't think I changed the message any, but if I did, oh, okay, because I usually only do that for time. I really, you know, these promos aren't, just so you guys know, the things that we do station business is not public access, so we can edit those. But most of your content I don't mess with, because that's not in my authority to do so. So just so you know, I mean, you know, there are some people that say, hey man, you're going to edit my show and it's going to change the whole message and you're going to leave out stuff, and I don't do that, and we're prohibited from doing that anyway. So that's that whole public access thing. All right, so let's see, where are we on your promotion? Anyway, so everybody who has a show ought to have a promo. So and you can update them as often as you like. All you really need to do is, after you're done in your production sessions, you know, for your weekly shows, you can record, or even you can come in and record a separate time. You can make an extra reservation if you'd like. But all you need to do is just put promo after the 3-letter designation for your show. And then I'll take the new promo. I always save the old ones, but I'll take the new one and we'll put it in the rotation. So that's what it's all about. Now the scheduled promotions under item B, that's programming schedules that I deal with. We have a Live 365 grid that we update, and that drives the player. And we also have schedules on the web pages, and those are the ones that I update. And then we have a master schedule, which Liz Harrison updates, and that's the one with all the channels and the radio station underneath that. And those are usually printed, and there's also a link to that on the main page too of the Access main page, accesssacramento.org. So if you notice any inconsistencies there, let me know, because we want to, you know, I do my best, but I make errors, and especially as I'm doing more, I'm really starting to get you know, jammed up at times. So I'm trying real hard not to cut corners, but covering all the bases like I do, I'm kind of humping around these days. So if I make a mistake, I apologize, but I will fix it as soon as I can if you let me know and I don't catch it first. All right, emerging technology. There are some apps that Live 365 has that will allow you to hear the streaming stations. You can find those at live365.com, and you can use your smartphone, and I think they've got some other applications too. And one of the things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get us listed in the grid, so or the schedule, so it'll be easy for you to find if you search us in Live 365. But there's some DMCA issues that I need to take care of, and that's what delists us from the master's list. So, okay. I sure hope I'm making sense, because I'm trying to hear what I'm saying, and I'm hearing my voice coming back at me, and I'm getting all loopy. Okay, thanks. All right. Hey, but we're at new business. So at this point, if anybody has anything they'd like to add for the agenda today, or suggest that we talk about next meeting, now's the time. Okay. Excellent. This agenda just is what we follow every meeting. So the one thing I want to improve is I want to actually put the topics that I'm going to talk about on the agenda. Because right now it's just a boilerplate agenda that I'm using. I make it up and I change certain things. But definitely, I always include a topic, LPFM, every month. And I'm hoping that I can share more with you at that point. Right now, pretty much like you said, we're working on the application and we're trying to get our physical location in order. And if we have that together, then yeah, I'll be able to share that with you, and then of course the coverage area that would provide us. So that would be new stuff. But yeah, we follow the same agenda every month, and you're welcome to add to it anytime you want. The new, now of course I didn't do this, I didn't update this, so let me see. It's going to be mid-September, so it's probably going to be the 13th or 12th or 13th, I think, is the second Wednesday in September. I don't have a calendar. Yeah, so we always have these meetings on the second Wednesday of each month at 7 o'clock. And I think I'm not sure if I sent you guys a radiogram or not, but, oh no, I remember I sent an email to Gary about this. But every main quarter, every first the quarter, we're going to try to have a live meeting. And we'll always have these online meetings, but we'll do like we did in July with the live meeting. So September is going to be cool, but October we're hoping to have a live meeting. November will be an online meeting. December we probably won't have one because of the holiday season, but with it being online, we might just as well. January will be a physical meeting, and then, so it's like that. So in February and March, those are going to be online meetings. So you get the drift. So definitely, and like I said, if you are interested in this technology, log in early and we'll help you get going. But other than that, folks, I very much appreciate the time that you put in. And let's check in with our time and see how we're doing. Well, I know it's not 8 o'clock yet, so yeah. Excellent. All right, then I will, if there's no further comments, I will thank everybody and adjourn the